Hi, this is Zach Meir with the US Chartbreakers here at Zach's Traders Cafe for Monday, the 16th of October. Starting off with the S&P, which is not looking too chirpy to start the new week. We failed below the top of that gap there from last month, the top of the gap there around the 44.01 level, and below that on an end-of-day close basis. Not only do we risk breaking the old neckline there, 43.30, or we've already broken that in fact, and heading down to the recent support for this market around 42.26. The old resistance in the 4200 area, so old resistance becoming new support, is what we are fearing if we can't get above that gap in the 50-day moving average, currently at 44.03. On to the stocks, and starting off with the recent inclusion. Here we've got Avinger, and here bouncing off the floor of that falling trend channel from back in June. The level there around the 380 level. Above that, looking for the 50-day moving average around $7.20, hopefully to be hit by the end of next month. Moving on to a new name, Byrna, and here we've got a rising trend channel base, allegedly, from the beginning of August. Top of that channel heading for around $4.60, and above the 50-day line, that's where we're looking for the shares to go. 50-day line around $3.20. We've gapped through the 50-day moving average, so that gives us more confidence that the $4.50-60 area could be on the cards by the end of next month, or perhaps even sooner. New situation to look at, Comtech Communications, and here a massive unfilled gap to the upside. That leaves the shares perched on the old resistance there, their old resistance zone around $10. Above $10, we're looking for $12, maybe as soon as the end of this month, at the top of a broadening triangle from the beginning of June. The stock which we've thankfully given quite a lot of coverage to in the recent past has been Golden Heaven, which is living up to its name at the moment with the massive rise within a rising trend channel. That's been in place since August. Top of the channel there heading towards the $19 area, looking for that as soon as the end of next month, maybe even by the end of this month. And that target valid while we hold above the support of Friday, which was around the $10 areas, above 10, looking for $19 over the near term at Golden Heaven. On to Groupon, which is a rather famous name, and here we've gapped through the rising 50-day moving average. That's around $11.70. Above that, we're looking for a retest of the best levels of the recent past, around $16 plus by the end of this month. But the key here is holding above that rising 50-day line. Good build up here at Hecla, and here a turn in terms of breaking out of that falling wedge that's been in place since the beginning of the year. The level there around $3.80. Above that, we're looking for $5 by the end of next month. If you're cautious, maybe wait for an end-of-day close through the 50-day moving average at $4.20. Moving along to another near-term regular, which is Houston American Energy, and here we've got a falling trend channel base in place since back in May. $2.50 is the top there. That's our initial target. Second target up to $2.80 by the end of next month, while we remain above the 50-day moving average around $2. Microalgo, the next contender, and a stock which we've given quite a lot of coverage to in the recent past. A rather strange chart, and obviously the price action here not necessarily for widows and orphans, but we've got a rising trend channel base since May. Top of the channel there at $6.20, and we're looking for that while we remain above recent broken resistance at $3.10. But let's see if the shares can maybe give us a spike like they did back in September. The stock which looked good from the get-go was ParaZero Technologies. Massive unfilled gap to the upside too, in fact, to start October. Current view is at above recent resistance around $2.80. We're looking for the shares to make progress up to the top of a broadening triangle from the beginning of August, as high as $5.80 by the end of next month, and perhaps much sooner than that, given the momentum that you can see on the daily chart. On to Revolution Medicines, and here, very volatile rebound off the floor of a rising trend channel from the beginning of the year. That's around $24.40. At the moment, we're wanting to see the shares remain above the recent spike high, $29.40. Above that and above the 50-day moving average, call that $30. The target here up to $36 by the end of next month, or even sooner. Ideally, we do that by the end of this month. Finishing off with Sigma additive, and here unfilled gap to the upside after a bear trap gap reversal from below the old July support around $3.60. The view now is that the longer we stay above the resistance on the way down, $4.70, the greater the chance of move to $10 by the end of next month, which would take the shares back to where they were back in April. Let's see if that happens relatively quickly. That's it for me today. More updates tomorrow.